Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some more Simpsons Hit and Run. Welcome back to the playthrough, guys. Episode 3 is now upon us, and thanks to some of your feedback, as well as some research online, we now know how to get the Electaurus here in the Simpsons Hit and Run. So just to catch you guys up to speed, we are almost done with the first missions here. If you go here to Mission Select, we can see that we have one basically left here of this entire Homer mission. Then once we're done with this, we move on to play a different character, go to a completely different area. It's a pretty big deal, so I would like to get the Electaurus while we can here. And how you actually do it is by simply doing all the races in this area. So we're going to go ahead and do that in this episode.
Little son of the police chief, little angel.
Those nice man ladies made me a race judge.
Talking about Patty and Selma there, of course. So pass all checkpoints and reach the finish line first. Don't destroy your vehicle. Does it count my vehicles?
One, go!
I forgot that Ralph goes 1-1-1 go. That's amazing. Okay, so my car is like already half destroyed because I was just like driving around before I started recording, and so hopefully things go okay. Okay, why is Bart going that way? See, I thought he was like taking a shortcut. Okay, so maybe he was taking a bit of a shortcut of sorts. I guess I'm still technically going the right way. I can't wait to play as Bart because the honor roller vehicle there is just a really cool vehicle. Where's he going? I guess there's a shortcut, whatever. I'm sure I'll get, yeah, all right. Look at Bart here taking all these shortcuts. You're not going to make it far in life taking shortcuts, sir. You got to go the long way. He's actually pretty freaking fast. I remember in the first race I've ever done on this game since coming back to it, Bart was also pretty good there. Like, all the other characters don't seem to do as well. Well, how about this, Barty? How about this for a shortcut? You can't go too fast through there, otherwise you smash right into the Krusty Burger. This is a rather long race. Is it? I guess there's not going to be laps on this one. I have a pretty sizable lead after that. I don't think this is going to be too much competition. Assuming, of course, I don't randomly... Okay, he's catching up kind of quick here. I don't know what he did. You can see on the compass in the bottom right where he is position-wise. Let's take this shortcut here. I need to find some way to fix my vehicle. That would just be fantastic. I think this is going to be the end of the race. What's interesting is I need to go to the power plant to continue on with the missions. But we need to avoid that.
This is worse than when Jub Jub ate my cat.
1 out of 3 races completed. Congratulations. All right. Now we just need to talk to Carl. Well, that's for the actual main story. Carl should be like right. Yeah, he's right there. We don't need to talk to him. I know this because I did save and exit. As you guys know, I do a save and exit between episodes mostly. And for some reason with this game, when you load back in, it doesn't put you exactly where you were when you signed out. It puts you where you need to go in terms of like a checkpoint. And so it puts me here next to Carl. We're going to avoid him for the time being, though. We're going to head back inside the power plant. While we're here... Wait a minute, I need to hit... No, don't hit... All right. While we're here, we need to check this out. So, I think most people know about this, but for those that don't, it's a pretty cool side Easter egg. I don't think you need to go here for any missions or anything like that, but if you go inside the power plant, come to this area, then just break down the wall, and then start running, you are going to come on to Burns' property. You're going to come right behind his mansion itself, and this, of course, is a reference to the show here. I mean, everything in this game is a reference to the show, obviously, but here is his human chessboard. You have all the people inside there. Do their eyes actually move? Somehow, I remember their eyes moving. Maybe one of them moves or something like that. Let's try and grab all the coins we can, because while we're here, on the Homer missions, I would like to grab all of these skins for Homer, and I forget how much they cost. I mean, they're not really great. There's like the Moo Moo Homer when he got really overweight so he could work from home. There's Casual Homer, which is him in like his underwear, and then there's like there's a term for it, but Stonecutters Homer, where he was like the leader of the Stonecutters, which was interesting. What's a bit annoying about this is you can't actually bring your vehicle when actually going through here. So if you want to collect all the coins and stuff like that that is back here behind Mr. Burns' house, which will get a shot of it right there, you have to walk, basically, which at the same time is pretty cool. I remember, you know, when I played The Simpsons Hit and Run as a kid, I mean, the game came out in 2003. I played it on my PlayStation 2. We did not have internet. I mean, when I got internet for the first time, I was in the 8th grade, therefore it would have been like 15, 16, right? No, that's a little old. 13, 14, something like that, right? Like, I didn't have the internet until I was a teenager. We lived out in the country. My grandparents had, they had a computer. My grandma had an old Gateway, which was new at the time. You know, the big white gateways. she had that, and of course dial-up, and that was my internet. Like, I didn't use the internet for anything. I would, and this is basically the entirety of the house. Like, you can't actually see anything. And the point I was trying to make is it was so cool finding this myself. Because, you know, we didn't have internet. It's not like I looked this up or anything like that. We just randomly stumbled across it. We have a bit of a texture glitch here in terms with the shadows of the tree, but that's okay. But, yeah, we just randomly, my brother and I found this. I don't know which one of us found it first or anything, but, you know, it was just such a cool thing. And, you know, like I said, growing up, I didn't have internet. Didn't have it at all. I mean, I would play... this is kind of old school, which is, I guess we're all on kind of a bit of a nostalgia kick while I'm doing this series anyway. So, I would play, like, Nick.com games a lot, because growing up, I watched a lot of Nickelodeon. And so I'd play the Nick.com games. Oh! You can knock these over. I'd play those games. I would do fantasy football. I was into fantasy football. I still am to this day. I was always kind of a big fan of that. What else did I do on the internet as a kid? I guess that's pretty much it, right? Like Nick.com, Nick Games. We had, I think everybody had this, but Pinball, that most people had installed on their PCs, like by default. I would like compete with my cousins or anyone else that would use that computer for the high score. And that's what the internet was for me, pretty much. When I first started getting into, I guess it was with the Xbox 360s, but I first started getting into like online gaming and stuff like that, which I think that's true for a lot of people. Like the PS2 had capabilities to play online, but I don't think a lot of people did that. At least I don't know anybody that did that. Maybe it was a big popular thing. I just didn't know because I didn't have the internet. I didn't have a computer until, again, when I was like 13 or 14, like in going into 8th grade. The summer before 8th grade was when I got internet for the first time. Hey, let's grab this custom machine right here. Now, the goal of this episode, just to kind of reiterate, is to do all the races, at least most of them. That's going to unlock for us the Electaurus, which I think is going to be a vehicle we're going to want to have going forward, because we looked at the stats in the last episode. It seems to be the objectively better family sedan. It's faster. It's not as tough, but you'll drive the family sedan for its toughness. You drive the family sedan because of its relatively... It's alright speed. We're going to make this jump for sure. And it's amazing handling. And then you have the Electaurus, which is faster and has good handling. But I wonder if it's like, you know, because it's so fast, here's Millhouse. Because it's so fast, will I be smashing into stuff more? Knowing me, I probably will be.
Millhouse, you little wiener, what are you doing here?
Patty and Selma won't give me a license to ride a bike without safety wheels. Unless I run the driving tests.
All right. So, reach the finish line before the others don't store your vehicle. Basically, same as last time.
3, 2, 1.
I love how Patty and Selma are here for all of these. So, I'm not actually racing anybody. This is more of a time trial. 5 total laps. All this driving really reminds me of Forza, man. I don't know. I think I would like to get back into a Forza game of sorts. The last one I can't remember which one. If it was 3 or 4, I honestly can't remember. I'd have to look at like my Xbox achievements. But we used to play, my friends and I, we play a lot of Forza. This one, you just kind of go in circles. It's like a go-kart track almost. How small it is. I used to drive go-karts all the time growing up, which is a lot of fun. But where was I going with that? Patty and Selma, go-karts. I get so off track at times. I've already forgotten what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Forza. We're talking about Forza. We had a lot of fun with it, but I don't think I would enjoy a Forza game as much unless I was doing it with other people, because I've talked about it before, I think already in this series, but like racing games stress me out when you're playing them online. Like always worry about getting hit, or especially like GTA 5. Like you try doing the races in GTA 5, which that is a game I would like to go back to. I haven't played it since like the first couple months after it released. I don't know, man. Like I got bored of that game a month after it came out. I felt as though I ran out of things to do. Hold on a second.
This is so depressing. I'm going to feed your driver's license to Jub Jub.
She keeps bringing up Jub Jub. I got tired of GTA 5 like a month after it came out, and then you have people like Mr. Boss of the Win who are making like 2 videos and a live stream of it every day, 3 years later. But so apparently there's tons of content for that game, and as somebody who hasn't played it for like ages, I mean, imagine if I go back now, the amount of stuff they've added to it, maybe the changes and stuff they've made would be incredible. So that seems like a game that'd be fun to go back to, especially like first person. When I do driving games, let me know in the comments if anyone else is like this. When I do driving games, you can't do it in this one, but maybe I would if I could. Can you change your camera? I like to drive in first person. I'm a big fan of that. Settings. Whoa, oh, look at this here. I didn't know you could do this. All right, hold on here. We're going to drive in first person, but this isn't as good. I think you could do this in GTA 5, But it wasn't very good there either because, I don't know, when you're on the bumper cam, it just, you're sort of in first person. Does it seem like the frame rate's lower, by the way? But you're sort of in first person. It just isn't quite the same, I guess. I mean, it's pretty good. I like it when you're first person inside of the car, which is apparently what they added to GTA Online. Like, you're first person inside the car, like, you see the steering wheel and everything. I'm like, I like that style of driving a lot more. Like, even in Forza, that's how it would always drive. It's actually inside the vehicle. It's a bit more immersive. I think there's going to be a race somewhere around here. So I'm just going to kind of take it slow. I will change the camera back here because it's kind of making me a little dizzy, honestly. And if it's making me dizzy, it's probably making the viewers dizzy. So let's go ahead and we'll reverse here. We'll switch this up to a different camera angle. What do we have here? This is so cool. Near follow. So that's pretty much the same idea, but just closer. It kind of makes you more immersed in your character, I guess. Because you're just closer up, you can see the vehicle a little bit better. It feels a little smushed up, though, doesn't it? Like you're playing a game with a low FOV. I've already done that race with Ralph.
Can't you see I'm driving here?
There's a race with Nelson in the rich part of town. That might be the last one. Did I already do that one? I honestly can't remember. Oh, here we go. Does this count as a race? Let's check. Let's check real quick. Mission select, level progress. Collector card, street races, 2 of 3. This is a gambling thing, though. Does the gambling thing count as a street? I think I have to go talk to Nelson. I'm pretty positive that's it. Because there's a race with Nelson, I know for a fact. Excuse me, pardon me. I don't remember if I've done it or not. I remember I did it like when I was like playing around with the game before. Like making sure it all worked and stuff like that. Just sticking around before the series actually started. Yep, here it is. Perfect. Let's talk to him. I wish you could talk to him without getting out of your car.
I know you. You're the kid that sells me bootleg CDs on the street corner.
Yeah, well, I've been having some legal problems lately, so I'm stuck running these races for the DMV. It was this or read to the elderly.
Freaking Nelson. He was a cool character. One, looks a lot like Barney. I'm just saying Barney looks like he could be his dad. I think I talked about that in the first episode. 3-2 Psych 1. Also, it's kind of cool watching his evolution as a character. Like, in the early seasons, he was just the bully. Whereas the bullies now are like Jimbo, Curly, and the other guy. I forget the other guy's name. Like, those are the bullies now for, like, Bart's school. Whereas, you know, in the early seasons, it was Nelson. He was the big bully. Remember, what is the name of... I forget the name of the episode, but I'm sure you guys have all seen it, where Bart rallies up, you know, all the kids together, and they basically attack Nelson. Like, they have, like, a full-on military training with it and stuff like that, because Nelson kept beating up Bart. And Bart's like, Bart suggested he tell the principal, and then Homer comes in, he's like, and violate the code of the schoolyard? I'd rather Bart die. And they're like, code of the schoolyard? And he's like, let's see. No, don't tattle. I'm trying to remember all of them. One of them's don't tattle. Make fun of those different than you. Never say anything unless you're sure everyone else feels the exact same way, or something like that. Like, those are like that's the code of the schoolyard. And I freaking love it. I probably butchered it, honestly, but I'm sure if you do a YouTube search of like the Simpsons code of the schoolyard, you'll hear the entire thing. I got it pretty close. I've always been one of those people that is good when it comes to like memorizing stuff like that. Like, I couldn't memorize freaking mathematic formulas in school or anything like that, but you know, when it comes to the code of the schoolyard, I've got that down. But yeah, I've always been good at like memorizing show quotes or songs and stuff like that. Just after 1 or 2 listings, I'm typically pretty good on remembering them. I think, was it make fun of the don't tattle, make fun of those different than you, and never say anything unless you're sure everyone else feels the exact same way. I'm pretty positive that's either like very close or an exact quote. I could be wrong, but we're winning this one. Okay, we're actually not winning it all that handily. Look at the mini map. I'm assuming it's Bart that's directly behind me here.
I blame society.
The school bus there isn't going to catch anybody. The school bus is way too slow. Then you have like a generic like SUV thing in the race with us here. And here we go.
This is terrible. I'm gonna drown my sorrows at the Golden Banana.
We're number 1.
The Golden Banana. I don't know that reference. All right, so go to a phone booth and get the Electaurus. All races completed. Awesome. So I've never actually done this. Drive that power plant. I think we're going to drive the power plant. Don't you worry. But we're going to do it. And now we now have all the vehicles for level 1 here.
Can you come and get me?
And our new Electaurus. So I actually had to do some research on the Electaurus. The only thing I knew about it was in the Simpsons Road Rage, another game, obviously. This was Lisa's default car. All right, I can dig this. Aside from that, I didn't know the reference. It's from a season 11 episode, which is a bit later on. Like, those episodes are a bit more obscure to me. I don't know them as well. It was an electric car that Homer tested in order to get a free gift. It's a lot quieter. It doesn't have engine noises because it's an electric car. And, you know, I'm kind of digging it. I like this. I mean, they have the roof kind of transparent. I mean, look at the handling here. I'm going as fast as this car can go, by the way. And the handling... Oh. You know, while we're here, let's take a look around. Yeah, I don't think people... Wait a minute. There's a card here. I don't think people take the time to really look around in here whenever they come. So, let's check it out. Jump up. All right, fair enough. I like the music. I'm a big fan of that. And, ha! There we go. There's the our sacred parchment that he used to wipe ribs off of his face like a bib. That episode. I hope all these references, like, a lot of people get them, because, I don't know. I feel as though I'm referencing this show and episodes a lot. And, yeah, just look at this place. It's kind of neat. You got it, plus the music and everything. The Stone Cards episode was pretty good. The song they sang, I'm not even going to try and recreate the song, because I don't remember a lot of it besides, like, who keeps the metric system down? We do. Like, the whole episode was pretty good. Big fan of it. So let's continue on here. Let's run over a couple of these guys. Oh, no, we're going to go right past them. And then we're going to go talk to Carl. I need to start keeping a timer with these episodes, because at times I just get so into the game that we end up with like an hour-long episode. And other times I'm like, this feels like it's gone on kind of long. I don't want it to be too long. And so then I end it off. And then, wait, what's in the back seat? On here. I ended off too early, and then it's like, oh, that was a 15-minute episode. I have no idea how long this episode's gone on for. I'm trying to see if we can force the back of this thing to open. Maybe if I spin really quick. Here we go. This may do it. There's something in the back seat here, and I can't, or in the trunk, and I can't tell what it is. By golly, we're gonna figure it out. Actually, wouldn't a very good way of figuring it out just be backing up into a wall? Let's do it that way. Bam! Alright. Try this again. The door's going open, but the trunk... I think the trunk will come off if you smash it enough, right? I sure hope. I sure hope. Come on, there's something back there. There we go. It's an engine with gasoline. This is an electric car. So they took out the engine and the gasoline, just put it in the trunk because it's an electric car and you don't need them, I guess. Let's fix my car before we go any further. Hopefully before I blow it up. There's a fixie thingy up here. There it is. And now we're just going to back up because going through the tobacco field is going to make me smash into things like I hit that tree right there. Actually, can I even jump back this way? Because I'm not sure if you can. Oh, there's a little ramp. Look how nice they are. Look how nice they are. A little ramp just for us. All right, let's go ahead and talk to your boy Carl here.
Oh, yeah. Stretch the legs.
Hey, Homer. You look like you're having one of your trademark adventures.
Danger! Mr. Burns! Mini cameras! Black vans!
Oh, good thing I'm drunk.
Stupid drunk. Oh no, he's going to warn Burns. I can't believe I'm racing the same guy twice in one day.
I remember this. It makes no sense. So you're talking to Carl, and it's like, oh no, he's going to tell Mr. Burns I have to race the same guy twice in one day. We need to beat Smithers to Mr. Burns' mansion. It doesn't make sense because you don't even see Smithers in that cinematic. Maybe you saw his vehicle in the background. I didn't notice it all that much. And I always thought this was weird. Like, wait, so we're about to beat up or race Carl? Like, what's happening? And then suddenly he's like, nope, you're racing Smithers again. It's like, oh, okay. So we need to race Smithers to Mr. Burns' mansion. If I remember right, this is actually the final mission of the first chapter here. I wonder, I think at some point you can get access to Mr. Burns' car. I hope you can, because I love it. I love Mr. Burns as a character. I really do. You know, especially when they... Oh, man, look at the air. Woohoo! That was the cleanest one yet. Like, especially when Mr. Burns starts referencing some very, very old things. Like, in one of the early episodes, Homer, like, he stole free cable. Like, he got hooked up with a box or whatever. Wait, where am I racing him to? Burns' mansion. I'm so far ahead, I can't even tell if I'm going the right way. We got free cable, and they were going to host the fight. And after the fight, Mr. Burns like, oh, that was nothing, you know. You know, back in my day, I watched someone or other. He referenced like some very old boxer, like that I've never heard of. And so I had to Google the boxer. The boxer was from like the 1920s or something like that, and was like a well-known like racist. Like, it's via that episode and via looking up that particular boxer that I found out what. Okay, so I know what blackface is, but there is a certain kind of like show that people would do. White people would do this show. I forget what it's called, where they would dress up very offensively like black people and then like make caricatures basically out of the black people with all sorts of like racist things. Like they would I don't know, dance around and do all kinds of stuff like that, right? And they were called something shows. And I never knew those were a thing or that they were a part of history until I looked up that boxer, because the boxer that Mr. Burns referenced also did that on the side. And it was just a thing that people knew about and were okay with, because that was the society back then.
Look, that wasn't part of the deal. See, Montgomery Burns, I know you're guilty. You're accused. Sir?
Fine, I admit it. I had Amelia Earhart's plane shot down. That hussy was getting too big for her jodhpurs.
No. You're spying on Springfield with your black vans and surveillance cameras.
Black vans? Aren't they connected with some sort of pizziola concern?
What? They were only pizza vans? I'm a Class 5 idiot.
Smithers, release the hounds. And if this oaf is an employee of the plant, fire him at once.
King of the world.
I love Mr. Burns. He's great. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Level complete. 7 out of 7 story, 1 out of 1 bonus missions, 3 out of 3 street races. Did not get all the collector cards, but we did get all the vehicles, which is what, in my opinion, is a rather big deal. We forgot about the character clothing. Do you want to save your game? Yes, I would. I would like to save my game, which is going to bring up this. There we go. We save here. Now, I'm worried it's going to send me forward. And it is. And it is. Low-level employee harasses millionaire. Hounds released. Bone Storm 2 out today. Record truancy rate expected. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly am excited to start this up here, but I don't want to go any further. We're going to do the Bart stuff in the next episode. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of my Simpsons Hit and Run playthrough. If you did, please drop me a rating. Just look around. New part of town, new character, new everything, guys. I hope you're excited, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.